Hi everyone, I wanted to show you the baby snails and give you a 4-week update. So they're about a month old now, roughly, or just under. And what I'm doing today is testing them with another new food. So they've got some leafy greens and some cabbage and some grape, which they've had before. And then this time what I'm also giving them is some mushrooms. I've been checking online to find out some more things that I can give the snails, and I keep forgetting to try mushrooms. Normally we've eaten them before I've thought, oh, the snails can give them a try. So I decided to give them a go and see what the babies think of them. And as you can see, the babies are quite keen. So these are definitely going to be on the main food list. I found that they are quite good. They do eat a wide range of things. They eat carrot and stuff, but I think it's a bit hard for them at the minute, so it takes some ages. The mushroom, when I picked it up afterwards, it got some good grooves in it, so they can eat it because it's nice and soft. And what I do is I tend to put them on this little dish. This is just like a plant pot dish that you normally have to catch the water from the plant pot, but I use it just as a dish to put the snails on while I'm cleaning out their tank. So and by cleaning out the tank, I don't mean I'm getting rid of all the substrate, because they need the good bacteria build up in the substrate. What I'm actually doing is taking out any old food, any food that's sort of on the turn and going to start to go rotten. I don't normally leave it in long enough, but if you put fruit in, it goes rotten a bit quickly. And then what I do is give them some nice fresh veggies, and also change it up a bit so they have something different to eat each day, and so I can get them used to a wide range of foods. But I also give them consistently, they always have leafy greens or some like sort of salad greens, like mixed salad leaves, and then I'll try the different foods with that. And then once a week they have a slice of cucumber to nibble on. And I give cucumber to all my snails once a week as a sort of extra hydrating food, just to make sure they've got enough liquid on board and they're not dehydrated or anything. And they seem quite happy. As you can see, the babies are doing quite well. I've certainly got 3 I'd say are bigger than the others. And I'm quite happy with their progress so far. Again, I'm maintaining the tank temperature between 20 and 23 degrees Celsius, and the way I'm doing that is by keeping the room warm, by having the heating on, and they're doing quite well. All I have to remember to do is to mist the tank ever so often with some water. I do that most days just to make sure it's nice and moist in there. And yeah, as you can see, they're doing quite well and they're really keen on the mushrooms. Thank you to who gave me some advice. Who was it? Let me look. I was wondering about the calcium source for my snails and what would be best, and I did have some advice from just trying to see on my from Natalie Foster. So shout out to Natalie Foster. She gave me advice on, because she's got lots of baby snails and has more experience with them than me, and she said the best thing to do was not to sprinkle the calcium powder on the food, but to have the calcium biscuits like I've been making and the cuttlefish. So that's what I'm going for, because I was worried about them eating too much calcium, because obviously if you put it on all their food they can overdose on calcium and then end up with deformed shells and stuff. So as you can see in the bottom left corner, there's like a skull shape. That's the calcium biscuits that I make. And then at the top, there's a nice big piece of cuttlefish for them. And then obviously they've got all their veggies. So thank you for the advice. So yeah, they're doing quite well. Oh, there you go. One of them's out. I've started noticing now that they're starting to lay some colour down on their shells. And I've noticed their bodies are starting to change colour to get that sort of greyish, common body colour that they get, instead of having little see-through bodies. So I'm quite pleased with their progress. They're doing quite well. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. That one there that you can see out and about, that one's the one that tends to be out and about first and eats the food first, so that tends to be the bigger one. If he stays the bigger one and carries on growing, I'm going to call him Slyman, I know I've already got a Simon, but I saw someone had got a snail called Slimon, and I thought it was hilarious. So he's going to be Slimon the snail, and then I'll think of some names for the other ones with your help. I have 8 that you can see in the picture. There is one more, there is a 9th, but I can't find him. He's hiding. So he's obviously burrowed under the soil a little bit for a bit of a kip. But yeah, they're doing very well so far. And I have got some more eggs to see if I can get a couple more, just so I get a good selection to judge the healthiest ones to keep for my pets. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with my little experiment, how it's going so far. Because like I said, I've never done this before, and I'm only doing this purely out of interest to see how hard it is and what it's like to raise them from eggs. The youngest snails I've ever had before, I had them when they were about a month old from work. So these are the youngest ones I've ever cared for. So it's quite interesting to see how they develop. I didn't realise their shells were see-through and you could see their heart beating and that sort of thing. So it's been quite interesting to see, and I can also see how the colour's changing on them now. So I've got those 3 where you can see they're darker. They're obviously the ones that hatch first, and they've laid down more calcium in the shells and the colour's starting to appear. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little snail update. Like I said, they are 4 weeks old currently, and they're doing very well, and they're a lot bigger than they were. They don't look it, but they are definitely a lot bigger than they were. And I'm quite pleased with how they're doing. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.